The world had written off India in 2014 when the nation chose to replace a corrupt, inefficient government with Prime Minister Narendra Modi receiving an absolute majority and the NDA getting a solid mandate. Friends, if you look at the adversities the nation has faced, India had a very weak economic situation in 1998 when Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji became Prime Minister. We were weak in terms of our national security. The economy was in a bad shape. Low growth, high interest rates, high inflation, low foreign exchange reserves, high interest rates which would lead to difficulty for small entrepreneurs to stand on their feet, low recognition around the world. Prime Minister Vajpayee did the nuclear blasts at Pokhran to make India a nuclear power, not as an aggressor. India has never been an aggressor, but for self-defense, to protect and secure our borders. Many countries sanctioned us. We witnessed difficulties in our immediate economic situation, but the country stood as one. And in a short span of 5 years thereafter, by 2004, we had moved from a 4% growth to an 8.4% growth. Inflation had come down from 8% to 4%. Forex reserves had grown 3x. Banking interest rates were amongst the lowest India had ever seen. A strong economy, despite sanctions and despite all the difficulties that he had inherited. Why I'm reminding you of that is, it's very important for stability, continuity in politics to help the nation grow rapidly on a sustained basis in the long run. Unfortunately, in 2004, Vajpayee ji lost the election. We got a government whose finance minister in his first speech recognized that he had inherited a very strong economy and would be able to grow from there. Sadly, we saw a strong inherited economy in 2004 turn into a fragile 5 economy by 2014. The 10 years of UPA misrule, full of corruption scandals, many of which were exposed by Mr. Goswami himself. Skeletons tumbling out of the cupboard, literally on a weekly or monthly basis. We saw India once again get down the path from 8% growth to 4% growth by 2014. 4% inflation to double-digit inflation. A broken banking system. Very low Forex reserves, because of which the then finance minister had to borrow at very high rates. We have very senior luminaries from the finance world before me who will recall that in September 2013, country almost faced the Forex crisis when we paid 2% more than our international borrowing rates just to raise $35 billion and shore up our dwindling Forex reserves and protect the currency. The world had written off India in 2014 when the nation chose to replace a corrupt, inefficient government with Prime Minister Narendra Modi receiving an absolute majority and the NDA getting a solid mandate